Hello everyone, I am Satyam and in this video we will be learning about the functions in JavaScript. So guys, functions is very important in JavaScript. So suppose you have to perform a task. Like if I say you have to calculate the area of the circle or you have to find the area of a square, then what you will do is you will make a program that can find the area of the square, and then you run that program with some specific input or with some with some variables, and then you print it out the result. But if I say you then make a program that can only print the area of the circle, then what you will do is you will make some another program, and then you will find the area of the circle and print that result. Um, so in that case you have to do a task, but the task is specified, like this will perform something and give me a result like this. So what you will do is you will create different files, but there is a better approach in JavaScript, that is with the help of functions. You can use functions to do some specific task, and the functions will only execute when you call these functions. Like suppose there are two persons talking to each other, but when one call the other person, then the other person replies. So similar is the case in the function. When you call the function will reply. So you will get the output as you want, and you can make as many functions as you can in the JavaScript in a single JavaScript file. So you don't have to worry of making new files every time if you have to perform a task. So let's see what are functions. A JavaScript function is a block of code designed to perform a particular task. As I already told you that it is designed to perform a particular task. It helps us to reuse the existing code without typing it again and again. Now if I say you find the area of the square, then you take two variables, take their product and print their result. And if I say that write a program to find the area of a square with some other variables, so you have to again write the same thing. But if you create a function, you can call this function as many times as you can, and you can also use a for loop for calling the specific function. That can even makes your life much easier. So you can pass different parameters in functions, and your code looks much cleaner than if you have written with the different files. So now how you can define functions in JavaScript? Function is defined with the function keyword. So you have to write function space the name of the function. So you have to write the name of the keyword followed by a name followed by a parenthesis. Now the parenthesis is important in the case of functions because it is useful to pass parameters. We will learn about passing parameters soon. So function names can contain letters, digits and underscores and dollar signs. So the conventions we use for defining our variable names are also used in defining the function names. So we can define the functions with the same approach as we are defining a variable. So in this example, what we have done is I have written the console.log statement. I am defining a function here because in the next line I have defined a function. So how you can define a function? We have to write the function keyword and then a space and then the name of the function, and then put a parenthesis after that. After putting the parenthesis in the curly brackets, just write the console or the curly brackets defines the block of the statement. So you can define the block of the statement with the curly braces. So after that I am calling the function here. I have written that a console.log statement. I am calling the function there, and then I have called the function. You can see the syntax for calling a function is different you have to name the write the name of the function with two parentheses and then put a semicolon. Now this is the call, we are calling the function here. So how this code will execute? First we will give the output as I am defining the function here. Then we have defined the function but we haven't called that function yet. So what we get next is we will get the I am calling the function here, then I called the function, and then I get the value as I am the function block and you can execute me by just a simple call. So you can see how a function works in JavaScript. So there are many more uses of functions, like you can create as many functions as you can. So you can create much more with the help of functions, and you can also change the values. Now you can think that just remember this line, you will get the you will understand this line later, but just remember this line, that in the console.log statement, console is the object, and with the help of the dot you can access the properties and the methods of a object. So log is the method which help us to print out the value in the console. So console.log, and in that method we are passing a variable that is a string. So a string or a number, so you can pass anything. So all remember this line. After 3 to 4 videos you will get my point, but try to remember this line, that console is the object and dot log is its method, and we are trying to assess its method with the help of the dot property. So similar is the case with the other objects. So but before going to that part, we have to complete our functions part. So you can see here that the function area, I have declared a function area square. Now the name of the function is area square. So in the parent in the block I have taken two variables from the user, and then I have I made a variable area, and then calculated its length into breadth, and then printed that value to the console. So when this code runs, what will happen is we will define the function in the in the code, and after that we have called the function. So you can see that while calling, we call the function and we take two parameters. I put 5 and 5, and then we calculated the area and then printed that area to the console. So this is the simple usage of a function. So you can now call this function like 5 times if you want to find the area of the 5 different squares. So this can be used. So this is it guys for the first part of the functions video. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned with Unacademy for more videos, and you can get the full source code at the following link. So thank you guys.